Welcome back to Central Valley Talk. The show is Briggs on Books. We've been interviewing authors since 2008, and then COVID hit, and we had to shut everything down. They wouldn't let us have guests anymore. So we went to the secret technology called Zoom. Now we're interviewing authors from all over the world every week, every day, in fact. Our next guest is in Texas. Republic of Texas or state of Texas, I'm not sure, we'll find out.
State.
But he has a special genre called dream punk. Our guest is Cliff, I already forgot. Cliff Jones Jr., there it is. Your genre is dream punk, and you got a couple books out. And I just want to jump in and put up the first book and tell us a little bit about it. And it's called Mirror Maze.
Yep. Yeah, Mirror Maze.
Mirror Maze.
And so this is a multi-author short story collection that I pulled together different people working in the dream punk genre. So I didn't invent the genre. It's just sort of like a few different authors were using the term independently. Kind of a play off of cyberpunk and steampunk. But it probably has a lot more in common with cyberpunk. But it's more like less about technology. It's more about mental states. Kind of trippy, weird dream stuff.
Now, you're the first author to ever send us a Venn diagram so we could understand your genre. Let's take a look at that. And that I see all these things: dream space, mysticism, technology, cyberpunk. All of it kind of shows where they all intersect at dream punk.
I'm bringing it up my book just so I have a reference. So it's basically just trying to show, yes, there can be some overlap with cyberpunk, for example, the dream part there, but not all dream punk is cyberpunk. It doesn't necessarily involve technology. A lot of times it might. It might involve dream recording technology or something like an Inception, where they all jack in and then they can go into the guy's dream using technology. Basically, that's sort of incidental, whether it's about technology or not. The main thing is that you get into these altered sort of mental states. So it does sort of overlap with different sort of out there things. That's why I got shamanism up there. Shamanism up there is sort of like an overlap of dream space and mysticism. It's like you're using the dream space to do your mystical explorations. And that overlaps with dream punk too.
So the first book, there's another book we're going to talk about in a second. The first book is an anthology of several authors, and called Mirror Maze. And who's your audience there?
Who's my audience? Well, I would say people that are into kind of trippy, weird, psychological type stories. Be they sci-fi or fantasy or just contemporary fiction, really. But as long as it gets into like a different kind of mind state and different world, maybe it might be an imaginary world. It might be some kind of a false constructed reality, like if you're familiar with Philip K. Dick. I'm a big fan of his. He's a classic sci-fi writer that is kind of famous for these constructed false realities and exploring.
So
that.
Adults would be interested.
Oh yeah, adults for sure. It's not really. Maybe young adults would be interested too, but it's not really kids. A kid's book.
More adult. Now tell us about Texas. Where are you in Texas?
I'm in the town where Texas A&M University is. It's Bryan College Station, sort of between Houston and Austin. So not a very big town right now, but that's where some family is.
Is it hot there now?
It's getting there. Yeah, it's pretty steamy. It's not. It's like when people say, "Oh, it's not bad. It's a dry heat." Well, this is the exact opposite. It's always bad. Even if it's like 80 degrees, it's like sweaty.
So it's humid. Out here in California, we don't really know. I don't think we really understand humid out here. So never been there. Tell us about the other book. Is it also a anthology?
Okay. Well, I have a couple books that should be coming out this year. Let me see. The other one I'm wearing a T-shirt for. It's called Somniscope, and it's kind of similar, as far as the format to Mirror Maze. So Mirror Maze, this one.
Yeah.
And it's got 27 different authors in it this time. One story from each author.
Now, what's this book, Drek? We have it up on the screen.
Oh, okay, Drek. Yeah, that's my first solo debut, really, that's coming out. That's a novella that's
it's coming out?
Yeah, it's not quite out yet. It's coming out from Fractured Mirror Publishing. You know, any week now, I guess. It's coming out soon. So that cover image I sent, that's just we're still working on that.
It's a hold image. It's on hold. Well,
yeah. It's not. Yeah, I guess they're just working through setting the type and all that. Yeah. It's just almost ready.
I read an awful lot of books, so the cover right now you have for Drek, that's the kind of thing that catches my eye and says, "Oh, I better give this another look here." Big old ant on the cover.
That's actually a painting I did.
Wow.
That's a painting I did with the story in mind, because there's a lot of kind of imagery with little bugs and ants and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it connects up.
Okay, so the Mirror Maze is out, Drek is coming out, and show us what it says on the shirt again.
Okay, Somniscope. That's the lettering. I did the lettering. I'm all proud of that for looking like sort of like a 80s or 90s band or something.
Yeah.
but yeah, so a somniscope would be basically a dream viewer. Somni like sleep or dream, and so that's the basic premise with this short story collection, is that the main character, who's a really vague main character, but basically there's a frame story that connects all these short stories together. And the short stories are sort of like individual dream experiences. Like if you put on the Somniscope headset and you go into somebody else's recorded dream experience, nice. And your own subconscious kind of leaches into that as well. So it's a it's a little bit complicated sci-fi sort of premise there, but it's really not that complicated when you get into it. It's just one story after another, all connected into one big story.
Nice. Now, if our viewers went to cliffjonesjr.com, what are they going to find there?
Well, they'll find just the different things I'm working on. Let me see. I have more that I do than just writing, actually. But I'm kind of focused on writing as my goal for the thing I want to be known for. I want to develop in. But I also do programming. I have a background in linguistics, and I do some art. Like I said, I did the ant painting.
That's incredible painting.
Thank you. So I do different things, and so that's just my home website. But yeah, I try to focus mostly on the writing there. There's a lot of my short stories that you can access there, and through my Substack, yeah, I mean, not actually the ones that are published by me, the ones that are written by me in this book, those are already available on my Substack. Nice. But get the whole book, because the whole book's good.
Yeah.
Get everybody's work together. But yeah, there's several stories you can find there.
And it's amazing that you're doing all this. I always say anybody can write a book, but once it's written, there's those next steps. How do you get it from your typewriter to publish and out in the world and set for publishing and all that? That's a lot of work, and I'm always amazed when somebody could get that far. So congratulations, Cliff,
thank you.
On that. And I tell our producers, they're always looking for authors out on Instagram and different places, and they say, well, there's 2 million, there's 5 million people on Instagram write books. I said, no, just look for the interesting people who are doing interesting things, and that's why they picked you. And I'm glad I got to talk to you today.
Oh yeah. So. Well, yeah, I'm glad too. I think it's interesting. I love it.
By the way, is this your Instagram, Cliff Jones Jr.?
Yeah. I tend to pick that on different social media platforms.
Yeah, very good. Hey, we're really out of time. I could talk to you for hours, Cliff. Any last thoughts for guests?
Yeah, just find this one on Amazon or whatever you use, Mirror Maze. Dive into it and see what the genre is all about. You can also go to whatisdreampunk.com.
Yeah.
And try to explain it there.
I'm going to go to Mirror Maze. Go to Amazon. By the way, I went to Amazon. I started typing Cliff. I got to Jones, but when I hit the Junior, you popped up there. So
yeah, my name's too simple. I had to include the Junior.
Yeah, well, it narrowed it down a lot, so do that. I'm going to find out what Dream Punk is, and I'm going to get Mirror Maze so I can understand that better. And then I'll have you back on, Cliff, and we'll talk about it some more.
All right, that'd be great.
All right.
Good to meet you.
For our viewers, go to Cliff Jones Jr. By the way, will the website lead people to the Amazon where they can order your book?
Yeah. I definitely point to my book.
Yeah, definitely go to cliffjonesjr.com. We'll be back with more Briggs on Books right after this.